Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's SlayByCiara. So today I'm coming with a makeup tutorial on this lovely glitter liner look. So if you'd like to see how I did achieve this look, then continue to watch this video. Okay, so to start off with, I will be doing my brows for you guys very kind of quickly. So I'm going to be using the Cub Brow. It's kind of like a pomade from Benefit in the shade 4. So to do my brows, I'm using an angled brush from Morphe. It's the M160 brush, and I don't have like a specific method. I kind of just fill them in, and then I do kind of little strokes in the front to give it like the faded effect, and then I just go in with the brush on the Precisely My Brow pencil from Benefit as well in the shade 3.75, and just brush out all the excess product, and then go in with the pencil and kind of define it some more. So I don't know, I feel like I do my brows like everybody else, nothing special. So to clean up my brows, I will be using the P. Louise base in shade 3. Remember base, shade 3. So I'm using a brush I normally don't use for my brows. It's kind of like a flat brush. So and I'm also using this base as my base for my eyeshadow as well. So I'm just patting the base into my eyes with a dry brush. It's not wet. I think that this works best for the P. Louise base. So once I have this all done, now I'm going to show you how I do this eyeshadow. So I will be using the Matte Vibes palette from Shop Violet Voss. So the first color that I am using is the New Wave. So what I do is I just pack it on in like the outer corner first, and then once I kind of have it all packed on, then I go ahead and blend it out. And the brush that I am using for this is from MAC. Don't have the number of it because I've had this brush for so long. Mind you guys, I'm not using my regular brushes right now. I'm using like my backup brushes because my brushes are dirty. But I mean, technique helps, brushes do help too, but it all just depends on your patience with blending. You can do almost anything with any type of brush in my opinion. So next I went in with the color Perm, and this is kind of like as a transition color. Right now everything is just blending together because the colors are kind of similar. So now I'm going to go and deepen my crease with the shade Shoulder Pads. And this is kind of like a black, and so I'm just taking my time and I'm literally just blending it in. I did switch brushes at this point. This brush is from Morphe. Don't have the name, but I'll put everything down below in the description. So basically, with eyeshadow, you just want to take your time and just blend everything out as best as you can. That's kind of all I can say. I only use 3 colors, but I just go back and forth, just making sure everything is blended out as best as possible before I do go in and cut my crease, which you see I'm doing now. So I am using the P. Louise base again, and again, I don't use this brush normally to cut my crease, but we're making it work because it just happened to work well for me. So after I cut in my crease, I do go in and I pat it out. So I blend it out again with a dry brush as well, just to make sure it's nice and smooth before I do go in and add eyeshadow on top of it. And once I do have my base all blended out, I go back in with that same Shoulder Pads deep color and just deepen up my crease some more. So next we're going to go in with the color, I'm not going to pronounce it because I don't want to sound dumb, but it's like a white inside the palette, and we're going to put that in our inner corner and just pat it in. You don't want to swipe it, you just want to pack the product into it. So next I went back in with the New Wave, and I'm just blending that into the white. After I packed it in, we just want to blend the colors together so they create that nice little ombre and you don't have any harsh lines. Alright, to the fun part, we're going in with our liner. So for the liner, I am using the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid liner. This is probably my favorite liner right now. It's waterproof. My eyes water a lot, so I definitely do have to use a waterproof liner. So as you guys saw before, I start kind of with like a diagonal angle from my outer corners up, and then as you see for my liner, I just followed my natural crease because I don't like it to go too high. I literally just go with where my natural crease is. That just works for me better. And so I'm leaving a gap because that's where I will be applying the glitter. And now I'm just doing it across my waterline, or my lash line, I should say. so it's easier when I place my lashes on. And I take it all the way up and also in my inner corner, because I didn't want the glitter to go all the way in my inner corner because I water easily when glitter is in my inner corner. So this is kind of like the outline for your glitter liner is what you want to do. Then next, I'm going to go in with glitter, and this is from J. LaRue's Cosmetics. I'm also using her Glitter Fix. This is like a glitter adhesive, pigment adhesive, whatever you want to call it. It holds down your glitters and your pigments. So I just fill that in the little gap right there, and then I just pack the glitter on in the open space that was created for after you did like the outline of the liner. So you can pack on as much or as little glitter as you want. Be careful not to get it in your eye. It should be self-explanatory. But if you get it in your eye, you can obviously get it out easily. So we're just going to go ahead and do that on both sides. So once I have the glitter all on, I'm going to go back in with my liner and re-outline it, because it can happen. You can go over your outline when you're filling in a space, especially with glitter. So you just want to go back over it so your outline still shows after you're done. So now my eyes are done, and we're going to move on to foundation. This isn't going to be like an in-depth foundation tutorial because I mainly wanted to show you guys the eyes and the process. But I just used the Laura Mercier Hydrating Primer. Now I'm going in with Juvia's Place Stick Foundation and the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation, shade T50. So as you guys see, since I am pregnant, my neck has changed colors, my forehead has changed colors, everything in my body is changing. So now I do apply foundation to my neck, something I used to never do before, but now I kind of have to do. I know it's gonna look crazy during the blending process, but I promise you, everything is gonna blend out nicely. If you guys want to see a more in-depth foundation tutorial, I definitely can post one so you really see how I kind of make everything come together, because I know I don't show everything right now because I do use powders and other stuff to get everything to blend properly. But trust me, just believe in the process and it will blend out how it's supposed to blend out. This is just crazy because being pregnant, your body does change a lot. So I wasn't expecting this, even though it happened to my mom. I don't know why I wasn't expecting it, but yeah. So to highlight, I'm using the Makeup Revolution Mega Concealer in the shade 12, and then in the inner corners I go in with the shade number 8, and then I take a nice little flat brush to blend it out. And this brush is from Morphe as well. Most of my brushes are from Morphe. Again, I'll list them all at the end. Once I have everything blended out, I go back in with my foundation brush and just make sure everything is blended even more. So now it's time for me to set my brows. After I've dusted all the powder and everything away, this is when I choose to set my brows. And I use the 24-hour brow setter from Benefit Cosmetics. Probably one of my favorite brow products, because when I tell you this brow gel keeps your hairs in place, I mean it. So next we're going in with the Cheek Stars palette, and I will be using this palette for my blush and my highlight, which I do later. I absolutely love this palette. The blush is perfect for me because it's not too bright, right? It just gives me that nice kind of like little pink hint of blush that I like to kind of go all on my cheeks, and then I do the tip of my nose as well. So next we're going to go in with the Morphe Hydrating Mist, and I use a lot. I don't know, I just like the way mist feels, so I just spray it all over my face and then we let it dry. And while we're drying, I do go on and do my lips. A lot of people always ask how I do my lips, so here you go. I use the NYX light brown lip liner, and I outline my lips first with this, and then next I do go in with concealer. I use the CoverGirl True Blend Concealer in the shade T900 and T200. This just works for me. It gives me the nude that I want, because I can't always find a lip matte that's just the perfect nude for me. So I created with concealer. It's just my little trick, how I do my lips. I blend it out with a brush because my lips are full, so to blend it out perfectly I need to use a brush. And I go back in and line the outsides again to blend it in. And then once we're done, we do go in with a gloss. You can use any clear gloss, nude, like a light nude or a light pink gloss. You don't want anything with too much color because it's gonna affect the color that you already have. So a clear gloss or a light nude, light pink gloss always works best. Go in with a little more concealer to make the center pop a little bit more. And that's how I do my lips. And now we're gonna go in back to the Cheek Stars palette and we're going to highlight. So I use a mixture of Cookie and Georgia. I use Georgia and Cookie together when I don't want like a super popping highlight. When I just want a nice clean highlight, then I'll mix the two together because Cookie is very pigmented. Like you put that on your face and you're gonna be shining already. So when I want a subtle highlight, I mix the two colors together. And I kind of just highlighted a lot of high points on my face, like around my chin and then a part of my forehead. I don't usually go in the center, I kind of go off on the side a little bit. And that's pretty much it. And I'm just gonna go ahead and pop my lashes on and show you guys the finished look. And here she is. So as you see, everything did blend together well. I told you we would come together. So trust the process. I really love this look. I hope you guys loved it as well. And if you want more makeup tutorials, let me know. And I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!